Parents, if you were not able to come to our parent meeting, you do have a child going to Camp Goddard, I just want to, we want to send this video out to reiterate some of the things that we really, some things you may already know, but just things that are really important for our trip in regards to beginning and ending of the trip as well. First thing, if your child takes any medicine, prescription medicine, that we'll need to be giving at Camp Goddard, we do ask that you come to school Monday the 4th, preferably. If you see this video late, just get it to us as soon as possible. Bring a new prescription bottle or a prescription bottle to the school, and then we'll have you fill out the instruction stuff so that our nurse at camp will be able to administer that medicine as needed. If your child takes an over-the-counter medicine that they have to have, we do ask that you just send that with the child, that they be responsible for that, because it's a lot for one nurse there to take care of anything beyond just the prescription medication. In regards to clothes, I know you should have a list of things they need for Camp Goddard, but I want to reiterate some very important things. Please have them bring a really good pair of tennis shoes or a hiking boot, and have an extra pair, because it could happen that they get one pair wet if they get too close to the lake, or if it's raining, so that they can switch it out so that they're not wearing a wet pair of shoes for one of their hikes or something and then end up getting blisters that bother them for the rest of the week. So having an extra pair of shoes is very important. We want to make sure that it's not flip-flops, things like that, because of the hiking that we're doing, the type of terrain that we're on. Flip-flops and open-toed shoes, not a good idea. We do ask that they bring a pair of those, though, for their shower time in those restrooms. It just keeps so much mud from being tracked in wearing that type of shoe. Plus, they can wear that while they're showering, and it just makes it easier in that environment. So having a shower shoe of some sort would be handy. Money. Your child does not have to bring any money for Camp Goddard. They really don't need it. But there is a gift shop that we'll be visiting the first day that we're there. And there's some things that most of the kids end up wanting to get, like the walking stick is a popular item. The t-shirts are popular. And those range from about around $10 for the walking stick, $12 for the t-shirt. And sometimes those prices change a little bit. But if you really want to do that for your child, you can send some money, but they don't have to have any money at Camp Goddard. Luggage, we ask you to limit that to one suitcase and one bag or something to the effect of for their bedding. And that may be simply just, rolled up pillow and a sleeping bag. But having those two items of luggage, two items for us to load, no more than that, please. Cell phone. Our cell phone policy at school, of course, will be relaxed a little bit at Camp Goddard. If your child is bringing a cell phone, they can have it with them. They can have it out. We know that kids use that as their camera, and we want them to be taking pictures. We will ask them when we're on the trail or in our learning environments there that they don't stay on their phone texting and stuff like that. So just maybe reiterate that to them. Also, posting pictures to social media. We want that, but we do want them to clear that picture before they do that. Clear that with their counselor or one of the school employees. Just clear that with an adult before they do that. We just don't want embarrassing photos for one of the kids to be posted out there, but we do want positive pictures being posted. That kind of brings me to, there are about the only ways for a kid really to get in trouble, maybe get sent home from Camp Goddard, is doing something like that, posting embarrassing photos, or bathroom issues. If they, in the bathrooms, in the showers, if they pull the shower curtain back on anybody, that's going to get them automatically sent home. So maybe reiterate to the kids, there's no goofing off in the bathroom, and we'll have that meeting with them as well before we go. But pulling a shower curtain back on somebody, that's an automatic send the child home. So please tell them to make sure that they look down and check for feet at the bottom of that shower curtain before they go in there. And also, please tell them no cell phones in the bathroom. They're not allowed to take those in there. So they need to leave that in their cabin, hide it in their stuff or whatever before they leave. We are asking that parents, if you can bring us, individually packaged salty snacks. We are in need of salty snacks. We've got plenty of sweet stuff, but we do need some salty snacks to be able to distribute to the kids on a daily basis. But that's just if you're able to do that. But we are requiring that every child bring a case of water. And please have that done this next week of school before we go to Camp Goddard, because the weekend before we go, a group of my teachers and myself, we're going to be taking that up there to get that stored in their cabins and stuff for them before our students arrive there. If your child calls you while we're at Camp Goddard, and maybe they're upset about something, because I know when our kids get excited, when any kid gets excited, things happen. Sometimes they'll say something silly, do something silly, and somebody gets their feelings hurt. Well, if something like that were to happen and your child calls you, oh, I just want to go home, I'm sad, please do this for us. Treat this just like a school situation. Tell them to hang up the phone, go talk to their counselor, go talk to someone from the school, let us handle it. And if it becomes a situation where we need to get a hold of you, we'll get a hold of you, just like if it's a school situation. But please make sure that child's going through the proper channels to let us handle the situations that may arise at Camp Goddard. Even though this is normal for sending a kid for a week-long trip, we just want to reiterate this because we have to buy these every year for kids. But make sure they have shampoo, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste. Make sure they bring a trash bag for dirty clothes throughout the week, so they can store those instead of just leaving them scattered and end up losing tons of clothes while we're there. It might be a good idea, if you're afraid your child can't keep up with their items, is maybe write on the tags who it belongs to, because I gather up so many clothes at the end of Camp Goddard and they end up getting thrown away because kids won't claim them. But if I know who they belong to, I can get them back to you. Make sure hats, sunblock, a flashlight, chapstick, really important things that are on our list, but you may not see the need for them. All those things are important. Might be a wise idea to go buy a $1 poncho. They come in a little square package at the dollar store. That'd be a good thing to send with your kids. If we get rained on, if it's not lightning, we're still going to walk my trail. We're still going to be out learning. So having that available, any rain protection, or if they have rain gear, that would be great to have available with them. As far as arrival time on Monday, please make sure that your child here, if they're going to eat breakfast here, that they are here by 7:15. If they're not going to eat breakfast here and they're eating breakfast at home, please have them here at least by 7:30. And please drop them off in the 4th grade parking lot. That's where we're going to be loading and marking luggage and things like that. On Friday, we do ask that parents be here by 2 o'clock, because we're not going to be sending those kids back to class after we get here, especially with all their luggage and stuff. They can't ride the bus to school or from school when we depart and when we return, so because of the luggage aspect. So we will have to have someone bring them to school. You will have to have someone pick them up. But please try to be here around 2 o'clock. Probably be wise, and we'll also pick up in the 4th grade parking lot. Would probably be wise to park across the street, because of the 4th grade traffic will already around 2:15. And a little after that, we'll already have parents lined up in the 4th grade parking lot, and it'll make getting in and out of there kind of a hassle for you if you don't park across the street. We don't have a designated parent night at Camp Goddard, but if you just can't stay away and you have to see your child, the best night to come for, if you have a boy there, would be Tuesday night. And if you have a girl there, the best night to come would be Wednesday night. And that's just based on the activities that we have going that night. And please understand, if you do come to visit them, they're going to be missing out on an activity. But that's the easiest activity to get them out of, would be those nights there. Again, boys Tuesday night, girls Wednesday night. Please don't show up before 7 o'clock, because they'll be eating dinner at 6 to around 6 to 6:30 for the first group. But 7 o'clock would be a good time to show up. And because we can't feed you there, Camp Goddard has planned their food around how many people we're sending. So I don't want to have a bunch of extra people showing up and then Camp Goddard feeling like they need to feed those people too when we haven't paid for that. Okay, and I want to please tell your children, don't bring gum to the camp. Just don't even bring it. That's a camp rule there for them. They don't allow gum at their campground, so don't allow your child to bring any gum. Also, no shorts. Make sure your child, because we don't know what the weather's going to be like. It can be really cold there, especially in the mornings at this time of year, and sometimes it's cold throughout the day. So no shorts, plus because of the terrain, the type of hiking we're doing, the cactuses we're possibly bumping into along the trail, shorts are not a good idea. We do allow the children to wear shorts in their areas at night while they're just in their one area, and, especially in the cabin. It's going to be more comfortable. So they can have some shorts with them, but not make sure that they're packing appropriately where they have pants to wear throughout the day while we're doing all of our activities. I can't think of really anything else right now, but if you have any other questions and you're watching this video, you have any other questions before we leave on Camp Goddard, please feel free to call this school. And if you can't get a hold of me, I'll call you back and we'll discuss whatever questions you may have. Appreciate you. Thank you. Bye.